Hey everyone, and welcome to Sounding Smart. I am John, and with me today is my co-host, Jane.
Hi, everyone. So excited to be here, John. Today we're talking about something super important, especially for those just starting their English journey pronunciation. It can be a real minefield, can it?
Absolutely, Jane. It really can. At the A1 level, people are just getting comfortable with basic vocabulary and grammar, but sometimes just a tiny change in a sound can completely change what you're trying to say, and that's where misunderstandings happen.
Oh, tell me about it. I remember when I first started learning English, I once asked for sheep instead of ship at a travel agency. The look on the agent's face was priceless. It was a bit embarrassing, but also a great learning moment.
That's such a perfect example, Jane, and exactly what we're going to tackle today. We're focusing on minimal pairs, those words that are almost identical but have one sound difference that changes the meaning. And then we'll touch on rhythm, which is also crucial.
Minimal pairs, I like that. It sounds scientific, but it's really just about listening closely, right?
Exactly. It's all about training your ears and your mouth. Let's start with those two words you mentioned, ship and sheep. So for ship, like a boat, the vowel sound is short and quick. It's like the E in sit or kit. Can you say that, Jane? Ship.
Ship, got it. Short and crisp.
Perfect. Now for sheep, the animal, the vowel sound is long and stretched out. It's like the E in sea or tree. Try sheep.
Sheep. Oh, I can totally feel the difference now. Ship, sheep. My mouth does something different. It's longer for sheep.
That's exactly it. That subtle length difference is key. Another common one is bad versus bed. For bad, like I feel bad, it's a wide sound. Your mouth opens quite wide, almost like you're saying, but shorter. Bad.
Bad. Like when you see the dentist and they say open wide.
Haha, precisely. Now for bed, like where you sleep, it's a shorter, more relaxed sound. Your mouth isn't as wide. Bed.
Bed. Okay, bad wide mouth, bed relaxed mouth. That's a good tip. I can really feel my jaw moving differently for those.
It's all about muscle memory, really. The more you practice, the more natural it becomes. Let's try one more vowel pair, look and luke. For look, as in look at that, the vowel is short and sort of in the back of your throat. Look.
Look. Yeah, it's not a full loo sound.
Right. It's a bit like the in book or good. Now Luke, the name, has a long loo sound, like in moon or blue. Your lips will probably round more. Luke.
Luke. Ah, definitely more rounded lips. Look, Luke. It's subtle, but important. I can imagine mixing those up could lead to some funny situations.
Absolutely. Imagine saying, I saw Luke, when you meant, I saw look, which isn't even a sentence, but you get the idea. It's about clarity. So far, we've focused on vowels, but consonants are just as important in minimal pairs. Take fan and van.
Oh, this is a tricky one for many learners, I know. The f and v sounds.
They are. For fan, like a cooling fan, the fis sound is voiceless. That means you only use air, no vibration in your throat. Put your hand on your throat. Say, fan. Do you feel anything?
Fen. No, no vibration, just air pushing out.
Good. Now for van, the vehicle, the fis sound is voiced. You should feel a vibration in your throat. Try fan.
The ven. Yes, I can totally feel it. That's a great trick, John. Voiced versus voiceless.
It's a foundational concept in English pronunciation. Many languages don't distinguish them in the same way. Let's try think and sink. This one involves the sound, which is another common hurdle.
Oh, the. It always feels a bit awkward to stick my tongue out.
It does at first. For think, the fis sound is voiceless, like in three or bath. Your tongue should lightly touch your top teeth and air should flow over it. No vibration. Think.
Think. Okay, tongue between teeth, air out. No buzzing.
Perfect. Now for sink, like the kitchen sink, it's just a regular sound. Tongue behind your teeth, air through, no vibration. Sink.
Sink. Wow, think and sync really are different. I can see how saying I need to think about that instead of think could sound quite strange.
Exactly. It's these small differences that lead to big misunderstandings. One more consonant pair, and this one is crucial for many learners. Rice and lice. The and lus sounds.
Oh, yes. This is a big one for speakers of certain languages, like Japanese or Korean. They often struggle to differentiate these.
Spot on. For rice, the food, the sound typically doesn't touch the top of your mouth. Your tongue sort of pulls back and curls a bit. Rice.
Rice. My tongue definitely doesn't touch the roof of my mouth.
Good. Now for lice, the small insects, the l sound requires your tongue to touch the top of your mouth, right behind your front teeth. Lice.
Lice. Yes, totally different tongue position. Rice, lice. That's a huge difference. You wouldn't want to ask for lice at a restaurant.
Definitely not. These minimal pairs are the building blocks. If you can master these, you're well on your way. But pronunciation isn't just about individual sounds, it's also about how sounds fit together. That brings us to rhythm and stress.
Ah, rhythm, like music for words. I remember my teacher always saying English has a very bouncy rhythm.
Exactly. English is a stress-timed language. What that means is some syllables are stressed, louder and longer, while others are unstressed, shorter and quieter. And sometimes the stress can change the meaning of a word.
Really? Like how?
Take the word present. If I say present, stressing the first syllable, I mean a gift, or something that is here now. I have a present for you, or I am present today.
Okay, percent. Got it.
But if I say present, stressing the second syllable, it becomes a verb, meaning to show or give something. I will present my idea, or she likes to present awards.
Whoa, that's a huge difference, present versus percent. So the stress really does change the meaning and the part of speech, noun versus verb.
It does. And English is full of these. Another one is conduct verb, to lead versus conduct noun, behavior, or record verb, to save sound versus record noun, a piece of music or a history. It's fascinating, but it also means you have to listen carefully to the stress.
That's super helpful. I've heard native speakers say those words, but I never consciously noticed the stress shift before. It just sounded like two different words entirely.
Exactly. And beyond individual words, there's sentence stress. In a sentence, we emphasize the most important words to convey our main message. For example, if I say, I want to buy a now car, I'm emphasizing that the car should be new, not old.
I see. So I want to buy a new car would mean you want a car, not a bike or something else.
Precisely. Or if I say, I want to buy a new car, maybe someone else doesn't want me to buy one, but I do. The meaning shifts depending on what you stress. It adds so much nuance to communication.
That's actually a bit mind-blowing. It's not just what words you use, but how you say them.
Exactly. And finally, let's briefly touch on intonation, the rise and fall of your voice. For absolute beginners, the most important thing to grasp is that questions often have a rising intonation at the end, like, you are happy?
With my voice going up at the end, you are happy?
Spot on. While statements usually have a falling intonation, you are happy.
Like a period at the end of a sentence. You are happy. Okay, that makes perfect sense. It's like a nonverbal cue.
It really is. So, we've covered a lot today. Minimal pairs for those tricky single sounds, and then word stress, sentence stress, and intonation for the bigger picture of English rhythm. It might seem like a lot, but for A1 learners, just becoming aware of these patterns is the first huge step.
It's definitely a lot to think about, but knowing why something sounds different is so empowering. My sheep versus ship story is a perfect example of why these small differences matter so much.
Totally. So, what are some practical tips you'd recommend for our listeners, Jane, especially those just starting out?
First, listen, listen, listen. Pay attention to native speakers. How do they say ship versus sheep? How do they stress words? Then, repeat after them. Don't be afraid to sound silly. You're training your mouth muscles.
Great advice.